All right, stream number 2. We're live here at the Bowling Green Hot Rod Stadium, and we have an update for you. Yeah, it's all good. We have an update for you. We'll update on mileage, some changes in the race. So let's see what we got here. First off, let's get a good look at the runners over here. You guys can check them out. They're looking good, looking strong. But we do have some big changes, especially in the lead. So let's refresh here. 24-hour ultra. All right. So as of chip time, 8 hours 9 minutes. So that's just after 4 o'clock. So this is pretty updated. Our leader is Billy Hinkle, and second place is Jim Wynn. So let's see. William has done 155 laps.
And Jim, he's done 154 laps.
Okay, so they're right there together.
Yep.
So Jim and Billy actually are brother-in-laws too. So this makes it really interesting. And
They look good too.
yeah, they look great. I mean, they're super fresh. Third place, we have Miss Abby Murphy. That's our female leader. Let's see here.
146.
Oh, wow, 146. So what's the math on that?
So like 8 laps.
The same
8-9 laps.
times 0.31. So Abby is at 45 miles. And what were Jim and Billy at? 155. 155 times 0.31. And they're at 48. So we almost have our first two folks at 50 miles. Just over 8 hours. That is solid. That is really solid. Wow, that's...
Especially with how hot it is.
And it's hot. It's hot still. And then fourth place, Scott Carrison. That's our guy coming out of Norway. And he has 140 laps. So 6 laps behind third place, which is our overall female, Abby Murphy. And then some unfortunate news from the Hot Rod Ultra HQ. But it's all good. Mark Joe has dropped from the race. So Mark... just super candid, said it wasn't necessarily his day and that he was going to be back next year. So we'll see how that goes. So prayers that Mark recovers good. He's going to head back home tonight and take it easy, rest up. And like Chad and I were saying earlier, like sometimes you come out and you think it's going to go a certain way or you have expectations and you get here and you're like, no, that's not what I needed today. So kudos to Mark for acknowledging that. He took some time to sit down. You could tell he was like reflecting and kind of just like taking it easy, and so he pulled the plug and is gonna head home. So we still have some really tight competition. I mean, Jim and Billy are neck and neck right now. Still plenty of time, but what's that?
So I haven't seen Benton in a while.
Yeah, I haven't seen Benton in a little bit either. So Benton
looks like his last time he crossed was 6:43. So it looks like he's been off the course for over an hour. So.
Oh geez, yeah, he may be sitting down then right now. So let's see.
Hope he didn't leave.
Yeah, hope he didn't. Yeah, I haven't seen him either. Then now that you say it,
he was leading last update.
Yeah, Tyler Kelly, he's moved up a lot. Wow, he was like 20th overall, and now he's 7th overall. Gabby Madison in the 8th spot. Autumn and Brandon Neal 9 and 10 spots. They've been sharing miles together. See, this is when you start seeing the endurance really open up, and you see people that have trained endurance. Wade is how many miles in are you, Wade?
How's everybody doing? It's good to see y'all. I'll be on the podcast soon to recap my terrible performance again. This is not a repeat of Louisville, I hope. So
no, you're crushing it.
Video get posted soon once your computer gets open.
Yeah.
Talking out of my head, guys.
All right, Wade, get out there, get some miles.
Wade's doing good though.
Yeah, Wade is doing good. Wade's picked it up. Wade was going through a low there for a little bit. So
he is 100 laps.
So right here in the white. Oh, Wade just hit 100 laps. Nice. Right there in the white. That's Billy Hinkle who just went by. He's our leader. Right here in the green, Christine. She is out of Tacoma, Washington. Came a long way. She's grinding it out. You can tell she's kind of dialed in right now. And this looks like Mr. Tony Rose coming through here, maybe? No? Yep, coming through here with the 14 bib, logging some big miles. And here's Jim, our second place. They're pretty much tied for first right now. So looking good. Mr. Jason Elmer coming through, doing the 24 hours. Looking good, super consistent. Tons of barbell apparel. Loving it. Let's see. Let's check the 12-hour standings now. So 12-hour ultra. Francesca out in front still. She's probably really far. Well, they don't have her. Hers isn't updated either. How many laps does it have her at?
The team that's leading right now has got 170 laps.
Wow, solid. Let's see, Francesca. There's Jim Metcalf. So it looks like, they still haven't updated the 12-hour. So we're still waiting on that. It looks like.
We got a tight race at the team. We got 170 in first and 167 laps complete is in second.
Oh wow, that is close. Yeah, that's tight. First play, man. The 24-hour is going to be really tight. I think.
That is. It's going to come down to the family battle there. I think.
Yeah, I hope so. That would kind of be cool.
Yeah, bragging rights at Christmas.
Here's Scott, right here, our Norwegian, actually through Australia, from way of Australia. Coming through, we got Glenn Richardson coming through here with the nice bucket hat, the Sally McRae style bucket hat here, bib number 59, Louisville native, great runner. He's somebody that is sticking with his endurance and has climbed the ladder in the 24-hour. He was like probably in the 30s, and now he's up in the double digits or the high double digits. Coming through here. Bib number, what is that? 115? 115 or 113? I don't know. Not sure. Here's Brandon and Autumn sticking it together, crushing it. I think Brandon might be in a little bit of a mental rut at the moment. Not getting the smile I always get, but he's still moving great. There's Josh Krask on a relay team. And then here's Emily. Bib 88. Let's check in on her because she's doing the 24. Let's see where she's at.
She is in 12th place right now.
Oh, nice.
And she's done 118 laps.
Solid. Okay. So pretty good little gap. 36 and a half miles. That's solid. Man, I tell you what, the fact that two people are almost at 50 miles. Well, really, Abby, too.
Flying.
Yeah, they're cooking. Let's see. How many laps has Scott done?
Let's see if we'll see the break, the first place and second place, as far as how long they've actually rested, if any.
Yeah, probably not much, man. Very little stop. So probably just shirt. I know Jim has changed shirts a couple times, or once. He's changed shirts. He changed from his short sleeve into his white rabbit shirt he's got on right now.
So Jim's slowest lap is 4 minutes and 9 seconds.
Oh, geez. Oh, my gosh. What about Billy? Well, his second lap was 4:42. Billy's was. It's probably some logistical thing.
Looks like
he had a 5:49 also.
6:42.
Okay.
6:35. But he's got several that are in the mid to high twos. So
yeah. Dang, it's really solid. Yeah, they're moving well, really well. We got this guy right here in the bucket hat. He's got his daughter is 14 and running pretty solid. We got a relay team here. Nick Lawson with the USA shirt. There's Benton right there. 116 just went by.
Good.
He's back on the course.
I wonder if he's having some issues with his timer.
He may have just come back out, and they may not all refresh effectively. I don't know.
Might need to look into that just to make sure.
Yeah.
So I did see when I was walking over there at one point, him and the chip guys were doing something. Timing guys, they were working on something with this bid. So
they've been catching it pretty good. So hopefully they. 128. That's probably about right, though. Right? He took a 10-minute break there for lap 128, so maybe he was taking. Then look at these, yeah. Yeah, I have to make sure.
always fun to look at everyone's face when they go by.
Oh yeah, 100%. Right now, most people are probably going to be right before the nighttime. It's going to have some lows, and then at nighttime it's going to be low. Around that midnight to 1 a.m., midnight to 2, 3 a.m. is going to be really tough too.
Billy's still looking strong.
Yeah, Billy's a stud. Here's our David Clarity fella up here talking on the phone, walking, multitasking.
Walking and talking.
I dig that. Getting after it. There's Matt Idlet, I believe, with one of the Life's Better Together teams, looking good. You can always mostly tell the relay runners, except for like the couple leaders,
Yeah.
that all the relay runners always typically look pretty fresh.
Here comes Jim.
Yeah, Jim again, looking solid. Jim is like one gear, man, just steady as can be.
He hit a Jim.
Looking good. Tony Rose coming back through, looking good. Abby Murphy. I think she said something about when she hits 50, she's going to maybe rest, do something, but it's looking good, looking strong. Almost a 50. Abby's almost at 50. Almost. So, yeah, we've got 3 people that are going to hit 50 miles in under 9 hours, most likely. That's pretty incredible. Jerry Adams here, looking phenomenal, looking like he plays in the Cincinnati Reds organization. Low A. Yeah, here's Benton. Let's check and see his update. If they'll have to update it, I guess. Maybe that's why his hasn't updated. They're probably working on it,
Yeah.
and then it'll update the next time they push it through to run sign up. We have a relay runner here, big fella logging some miles.
Remember him from last year.
Yeah, I remember that. Looking really good. Let's check see what the weather is going to be. So right now it is 88 degrees. Possible light rain in the next hour. I doubt that'll happen. I doubt that'll happen. Whew. Even at 1 a.m. it's going to be 73 degrees, man.
Yeah,
5 a.m., 6 a.m., 69 degrees. Hey, at the race finish, it's going to be beautiful, 73. Love that.
remember last year running about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I think I sent you a text message. I'm like, hey, can you please bring me some sort
Jacket.
of sweatshirt?
Yeah, I was at home asleep.
I was freezing.
Yeah, brutal. Man.
Yeah, they're gonna have nice weather all night.
Yeah, it's gonna be really, really nice. That sun goes away. That honestly, it's felt fine today, besides the sun being out. So
Got a few thunderstorms popping up here on the radar. It looks like.
get a little bit of rain might help them, cool them down a little bit. Got a little. There's Billy coming through again, your leader. Josh Krask with the sun, logging some miles. So we got them switching up directions every 2 hours. They just switched at 4:10, so they'll have about another hour and 40 some odd minutes, or hour and a half, go in this direction, and then they'll switch, and they will go. What are they going right now? Counterclockwise? Yeah. So they'll switch and go clockwise again. So we started counterclockwise, then 2 hours, switch to clockwise, back to counterclockwise, and so forth. Jim looking good, man. I will say last year it was kind of the same thing. Jim was like in one gear the whole race, looking great. Didn't stop. And then around 5 a.m. or 4 a.m., man, it was around 5 or 5:30. We couldn't find him. He was in the bathroom asleep on the floor outside the stall. Kevin went and checked on him. Was like, you good? He's like, yeah, I just need a power nap. He came back out, and I mean, he turned it up.
Crushed it.
He ran faster the last 2.5 hours than he did the whole race. Cooking it. We got my boy Nate here. Back out here, still moving. Here's Emily Blaine, Abby Murphy, 24-hour female leader. Glenn Richardson moving up. All things considered, everybody's looking pretty good, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that, like 5 to 8 a.m. because that's where people are going to start really like finding that second gear, I think.
Yeah.
And sometimes middle of the night. It just depends on the person, really.
It was midnight when it hit me last year.
Yeah. You can pretty much usually guarantee like when I did my 100, it was like I got like a late morning low, like evening time low, and then late at night sort of hit a low too.
Yeah.
Because you get to the point where you're not. Some people you get delirious, but then sometimes you're just like over analyzing everything.
Yeah.
Like I know a lot of times I overthink my nutrition. I'm like, oh, I need to have this much more. I need to have more fat. I need to have more carbs, or I need caffeine, and then you overdo it, then you get sick, and then you know. So
Yeah.
it just depends on the person.
Honestly, last year, about like I said, when I was starting going through that dark spell, I said, "Hey, can we start playing some country music?"
Yeah,
And it like my whole mood and
Helped
attitude
you
just
out.
completely changed. So
yeah. I know the yawns are hitting me. I better sip on my coffee. I have to. This is the only caffeine I've had. I'm definitely
better
sensing.
you need to get your first
I'm
form.
gonna get my first form energy drink. Probably before I log some. I want to log some nighttime miles. Here comes Billy. So Billy has done. So if you guys haven't heard of the race, Cocodona 250, it's a 250-foot race, point to point.
250-mile race.
Yeah, 250-mile foot race, point to point in Arizona. I believe it starts in like Black Canyon and ends in Flagstaff. And there's also 125-mile race version of that, and then I believe a 50-mile race, and then like a 50K or something like that. And Billy, our leader right now, has done the Sedona Canyons 125, the 125-mile version of that race. And I believe, last I heard, he's doing the 250-mile, the full race next year. So,
Crazy.
Mr. Wade Weatherholtz again.
Get away.
Looking good, brother. Wade's spirits have definitely improved a little bit.
You know one of the best things about this race is literally every lap. If you want to get some food,
Oh, dude.
you can. Or one of the one of the best, but one of the hardest things about this race too is, I mean, this is the only ultra. Like, I'm not a runner by any means, but every single lap you go by your aid station, and you could literally just, you have to play that mind game of like, hey, don't sit down.
Oh, yeah.
Down.
It's easy to do.
And it's a blessing because, I mean, you've done many ultras before, so like, whereas like in the races that you've probably done, you have to run to the next aid station. Sorry, the first form beef stick got stuck in my throat. But you have to run to the next station, and like, there's no stopping.
Yeah.
You have to get there. So
Yeah.
period. Like you can stop and relax whenever you want.
Yeah, it's like pros and cons of that, because like even last year I did 20 miles out here, just kind of at nighttime whenever things started slowing down, and it's like when you get mentally, if you're not motivated or whatever, it's really easy to just stop every single time, and you're wasting time. Most of the time it's because you're trying to stall and you're gonna waste time. But then on the flip side of that, if you need nutrition often, it's right there for you, which is nice. But yeah, at other races, and sometimes those races, like other ultras, the aid stations will be like 18 miles apart, like in severe cases. And then like Cocodona 250, sometimes it's further than that. So it just depends on the race you go to. I mean, some of them I've done, it's like a looped course, so every 10 miles you get it. And then there's some that are 25-mile loops, and there's an aid station every 6 miles or 10, whatever. So it just depends. But this one, it has its pros and cons, being that repetitive. And I believe right here, I think this is Jen Metcalf. I need to look the bib up, bib number 18. I think she was second place 12-hour last time I looked.
Her hair has not moved.
Has not moved.
It looks perfect all day.
Absolutely perfect. 12-hour. Jen Metcalf, second place.
Ooh, update on the leaderboard.
Uh-oh. Oh, Mr. Jim Wynn. What's the difference? Lap difference there.
I'm guessing it's probably just one.
Yeah, probably. It's going to be like that all night, I bet.
Oh, they're officially at that 50-mile mark.
Nice. Man, 50 miles in under 8.5 hours. That is just insane. So awesome. A message from Nick Walters. DM'd us on Instagram, said I'm at work watching the live right now. I'll be back about 8 to rock out some more miles. Pumped up for you, Nick. Glad to have you here, man. Nick's out at BAC putting some work in, and then he's going to come back and log some miles. Shout out to Nick.
We could do some live karaoke tonight too.
Oh, that would be great.
Be entertaining.
Yeah. Can you imagine we did live karaoke out here? Runners would either love it or hate it. It'd probably be like a split. They love it or they hate it. A big group of people coming through here. Francesca, our 12-hour leader, coming through.
She did it last year, didn't she?
What's that?
Did she do it last year?
Oh, yeah. She's won the 12-hour every year. She's done it like the last 3 years.
How many miles did she run last year?
60, I think 69 or 70.
Holy cow.
Yeah, so pretty cool. This guy's looking good right here. Was it
Yeah.
bib number 68? Who we got there? I think it's one of the St. Louis guys, maybe. Let's see. I don't know what event exactly he's doing. Easton out of Sparta, Michigan. All right. Yeah, he's doing the 24, I guess, then.
What
Let's
laps
see.
are you on?
Let's see. He is on lap 108. So he's
108.
moving good.
So,
We got-
Logan, question for you. If you were doing this race, how would you tackle it?
I would honestly probably treat it just like a go based off feel. I mean, I would try to run as much as I can. Like when I do, now it is, I would probably set up my own crew area and I would make it as minimal as possible. Like just a chair, and I wouldn't want to bring. I mean, I would probably bring a lawn chair, but I've found is like the longer you sit, the harder it is to get back up.
Oh, yeah.
So I would probably try to give myself 10 miles before I sit and rest. I feel like 10 hours is like a solid like breakup of mileage, but again, it just depends on how you feel. So that would be my take. I would run it. I would try to just constantly be moving, and every 10 miles stop and break as I can.
Got a new bib on him, 116.
116. Okay, so they did replace his bib. And that was Benton, right?
Yep.
Benton Estes. So let's go. Bib once Benton Estes too. So let's see here. So they may combine his laps. So they'll keep track of his laps.
So let's see here. You got 34 there.
34. Got Marcos Gomez, number 7 bib there. He is our 3rd place 12-hour. Just went by. Number 92. She is a repeat runner. Let's see where she's at. I know she's got to be doing well. Vicky Paul. Okay,
It
so
might be in person.
Benton done 162 laps. Ooh, look that up then. 162 times 0.31. Oh, he's right. Okay, so we got like a 3-way
We got a
first place
three-way,
right now. Wow. So Benton Estes got his bib fixed, and he's at 50 miles, and that's what Jim and Billy are at. So those three are neck
Yeah.
right now.
Wow.
Vicky Paul is our 9th place, I believe, or 10th overall in the 12-hour. Looking good. Francesca, looking good. They need to update the 12-hour, so we'll have to get some updated stats here soon. Christine from Tacoma looking good out there, coming through.
So back to kind of how you tackle this, Logan.
Mhm.
Would you, like nutrition-wise, what would you
Yeah.
do?
Every ultra that I do, and typically I do like street or half marathon races as well. Every 45 minutes to an hour, I'm consuming something. Ultras, it's food and liquid every 45 minutes to an hour when I'm doing ultras, just because it's about longevity and constantly supplying as much glycogen as you can to your muscles and having a carb source to burn and getting enough fats in. And then for road races, typically the same thing, but I do a lot of the on-course hydration.
Yeah.
If I'm doing like a half marathon, I'll just grab I'll sodium load like 1,500 milligrams of sodium, sometimes more before a race. Throw that back before, and then eat some carbs as well, drink some carbs. And then on the course, I usually would take 2 to 3 gels and some like gummy chews. Have those like every 4 miles. I'll have a gel, which gets you through the entire race. About 3 gels. Really, I probably could get away with 2, and then I'm just taking the on-field or the on-course fuel, like liquid fuel, liquid nutrition. If I'm doing a marathon, I probably carry my own bottle, just so I have something that I know I can take, and then taking all the stuff on course too. But yeah, ultra, I'm just a lot more patient. Like if I'm eating something, I don't care to walk or sit down for a minute, let it kind of settle and digest. But yeah, 45 minutes to an hour, something's going down.
Yeah.
Food and liquid. And that just helps, that just helps. Even if you feel good, that's what's important, is to make sure you're still constantly fueling yourself. Because that's what you don't want to do, is you're like, well, I don't feel hungry, or I feel okay right now, so I'm going to wait a little bit longer. Well, then you wait 2 hours to eat anything, and your body's trashed. So it's about staying ahead of it. That way you have that constant fuel to burn. And also it's about just like listening to your body, what your body wants. Sometimes, I mean, you've probably been that way where you're like, I need sodium, like I need salt. Sometimes you can feel what you need. Jerry Burgess coming through with the cargo shorts, no shirt, and Crocs. Love that. Lucy and Tony Rose there. Who is this guy? Bib 150. He must be. Oh, he was the first person that picked up his bib. He came to the office when we were in our meeting. Remember?
Oh yeah.
The guy from Florida, because they gave us 150 bibs, and I took the very last bib, 150, and gave it to him.
Oh yeah.
Because Mark Joe had number 1 bib. Yeah, man, it's going to be a tight race, I think, for the 24 hours. So it's going to pretty much, if they keep moving like this, they're going to have to bank on somebody taking a nap, hitting a wall, or someone else speeding up, somebody slowing down in some capacity. So
what's your prediction as far as like when and if someone hits that? Like what time?
Man, I don't know. I don't really know any. I don't know Benton or Billy as runners. I mean, Jim's pretty automatic.
Yeah.
So it just depends. I mean, obviously the 12 to 4 a.m. mark, midnight to 4 a.m. is going to be the tough. Midnight to 3 especially, I think, is going to be where something could happen.
Yeah.
Just because it's late at night. When you get to that 1, 2 a.m., you kind of start thinking, you get to that point where you're like, okay, I've gone for, 16 hours? I still have 8 more hours to go. You know what I'm saying? So you start looking at it as like, yeah, I've gone 16 hours, but I still have to go 8 more. And so it just depends how your brain processes that. I mean, it's like when I do my 100-mile race, I did the same thing. It's like I got 60 miles in, and my crew's like, dude, you're over halfway. I'm like, yeah, but I still have 40 miles to run. So it just depends on how you do. I mean, Jim is like, he's seasoned with this stuff. Billy is pretty seasoned with this stuff. He's done 125-mile races. I think he's done some multi-day stuff. But Jim, he just did a 384-mile unsupported race, foot race. So, I mean, I don't know. I think Jim's my number 1 right now.
Yeah.
So we'll see, though. I mean, I don't know Billy or Benton as runners. So that's just going based off of solely what I know about Jim. So I don't know. We'll see. There's Jen Metcalf right there, bib number 18. She's our second place 12-hour right now. I think I need to confirm that. I just said, yeah, Jen Metcalf, 18. Second place. She's moving well. Mr. Jerry Adams here, stone cold face. But he's moving. That's all that matters. He's moving. There's our boy Dylan. He wasn't even going to run today, and he came in on the last live stream and decided to go ahead and do it. What bib is that?
112, I think.
112. Let's look up and see how he's doing. Wade is moving and grooving, son. Didn't even look at us. There's Jim, single gear. Jason Elmer looking good. Nate still moving. I don't know how he runs on the glasses, man.
I run in glasses.
It's crazy, man. You guys are crazy.
I can't. Contacts, I can't do it.
My contacts are definitely drawn out today already. You looking up Dylan? Look up Dylan for me. I think he's doing the 12-hour. Maybe, I think 12-hour. DYLAN. It's like Morin. Yeah. How many laps do you have?
Let's see. Hey, he's over 50 in.
50 laps?
Yeah.
And he got a late start.
Yeah, he did.
So let's say 50 times 0.31. So he's at least 17 miles in probably right now. At least. Maybe even close to 20. It hasn't updated in a while.
That's pretty good for getting, he started about 4 hours after everybody.
Yeah, he started at like 11 or 12 probably. Something like that. Man, it's been an epic day so far. Epic day. Another shout out to our 3 title sponsors, Pinnacle Financial Partners, Mackenzie's Flowers, and Tony Walker Financial. Those 3 are our biggest monetary sponsors, give us so much support. And all 3 of them have been big supporters from day one. Pinnacle has been a title sponsor, I think, since the beginning at the Hot Rod Stadium. So huge thank you to Pinnacle, Mackenzie's, and Tony Walker. And we have a ton of other sponsors that are just below them in terms of monetary and a lot of in-kind donations, Barbell Apparel, First Form, Blue Cotton, a lot of great sponsors this year.
And on top of that, all the volunteers here helped.
Oh my
today.
gosh.
I mean, I know last year you and Kevin were being pulled every which way to help with things, and I'm sure this year it's probably pretty nice to just kind of do this and kind of focus more on the race and helping out there and then trying to cook food or whatnot.
Yeah, last year Kevin and his family have always stayed in the suites upstairs here in the stadium. Last year, our daughter, my daughter was 2 months old, just over 2 months old. So I went home from like midnight or it was like 11 o'clock till probably 4:30 a.m. Came back to the stadium and immediately jumped on the Blackstone. I mean, because they had nobody in the aid station, and runners were like, "Hey, can we start getting some breakfast food?" So we did that. But yeah, this year we have volunteers at the aid station all day and all night. So
awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Even the 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. slot, we had some trouble filling it, but someone stepped up. So it's been awesome. And some people may back out, but the fact that people will commit, is so special. There's Vicky Paul there, number 92 bib. And Jim coming back through. Jim is starting to look like he's kind of glancing around more. There for a bit, he's been coming through just looking dead straight ahead, but he looks like he's kind of a little bit more wiggly, looking around. So I don't know what that could lead to, but you got Bob Summers here. Bob, I believe. Let's see how old Bob is, but he just absolutely gets after it year after year. He's always over at a local park running, and he's doing the 24-hour race. Let's see here. This is the 12-hour. Let me pull up. 24-hour ultra. Bob Summers. Here we go. Bob Summers is 77 years old, man.
Wow.
How cool is that? And he is 83 laps in. That is incredible, man. Wow. Yeah, Bob is always over at Kariakis Park, a local park, logging miles. Does a lot of walking, a little bit of running, but he's constantly moving, man. It's just
he's already done over a marathon.
Yeah, so he's at almost 26 miles, so almost a marathon. So awesome. Amanda Wynn in frame, playing mom role pretty heavy right now, I think.
I think Kevin and Amanda's little boy Asher. I think I've seen him eat like probably 5 or 6 first form beef sticks
easily. It's insane. He did that at the 307 race too. Remember, he was putting them away, dude.
Now just getting his casual 80 to 100 grams of protein in.
Yeah. So much his body can't break it down. That's a question I have for you. Is there like a limit on how much protein your body can break down in a sitting, or like?
Ideally, usually, when I work with clients, I usually tell them, hey, 1 gram per pound of body weight. You can go a little.
No, but I mean like in a sitting,
as far as 1 meal or
like a meal, yeah. Is there like a max amount your body's
gonna kind of let you know, hey, when it's just naturally gonna say hey, I'm getting full.
Okay.
Ideally, you watch these competitive eaters and stuff that you eat all these big protein challenges and things like that. What's gonna end up happening is our body's just gonna get rid of most of that stuff.
Yeah.
We're only gonna take in so much. So.
It's crazy. We see some people that have meals that literally have 95 to 105 grams of protein in it, and it's are you gonna be able to take all that? Is your body gonna take all that right now? So I always wondered. Christine just hammering through right now. She just looks so determined. She's going for 24. So I think that's somebody that she's going to creep up, I think, on the women's side in the 24. I think she's behind a little bit right now, but I think she's going to creep up. Leslie Duke out there logging some miles. Said she was going to run from 5 to 5. She was going to try and just run
12 hours.
for a little while. I think so, yeah. So we'll see what she does. Awesome. I'm going to try and do some miles. Probably start around 9 or 10. I might nap and then start even later, like 12 or 1. We'll see. Haven't done like a late night run like that in a long time. Probably since my ultra last. Thanks. That was Marcos right there. He's our third place 12 hour. And then there's Jim Wynn, looking good. He's dialing back in.
Well, got his splits. Just curious.
Who, Jim?
Yeah. What they've been here in the past.
Francesca coming through. She's another one that just stays in one gear, man. Just so consistent. You know what's crazy? You can always not always. That's not always the case. I mean, I feel like I take my runs pretty serious. So does Kevin. And you show up and you care about the swag, like the shirt you get, and the quality of it. Francesca got here and I was like, what size did you put down? She said, oh, just give me a medium. She was like, I won't wear it. I'll just give it to my husband. Like, she comes here solely to take souls.
Awesome.
It's so cool. There's Patrick at the Runner's Lounge, running for the Lounge Lizards. And there's our youngest runner on the course, Bib 45. Pretty cool.
So for the past about 20 laps here, Jim, he's been holding about a 3:05 to, I'd say, 3:30 pace on average.
Wow.
So
that's about a 10-minute mile pace.
His fastest is a 3:01, and his slowest has been a 5:12. So.
Yes, that's about a 10-minute mile pace. A little over probably. Wow, that's solid. I want to check in on Scott here. Bib number 9.
Looks like he's in 4th place right now.
Scott is the 24 hour. How many laps we at?
He's 145.
Okay, he's smart. We got to keep an eye on him. So 45 miles. So he's 5 miles. Well, probably about 6 miles behind. Well, if these are all updated together, he's about 5 miles behind the leaders right now. So he's plenty of time. Emily coming through there. Emily Blaine. We got Liv Wyrick coming through. Let's check on her too. It's Liv Liv Wyrick. She's doing the 24-hour. Team Curbside just ripping right now. There he goes. Josh Krask looking incredible, giving us a little hang loose. Matt Idlet with one of the Life's Better Together teams, and then here's our 24-hour female leader, Abby Murphy, handing out high fives like candy.
Liv is 103 laps in.
103?
Yep,
okay.
Over 30.
Yeah.
That was about 32.
Nice. 146. Is that with us? That might be a relay team. Okay. 146. Leslie Duke looking solid out there, girl.
Do you remember last year, approximately about this time? Like, I'd be curious. It'd be nice to know, like, hey, last year this time, this is where our runners were at compared to.
Oh man, I don't know.
It'd be awesome to
that would be.
Look at that.
That would be. Man, I just love it whenever the runners like post on social and tag us in their stories. It's so stinking cool, man. I love reposting that. They get live updates. People get to like live vicariously through them and see them like doing the stuff. Say, who is that? He's been super interactive. His Instagram name is Clean Mentality, I believe. Yeah, Clean Mentality _ just posted. He just said, oh, it's Easton. I don't know how to spell his last name, so I'm not going to butcher it. But Easton has been crushing it. I've seen him come through a lot lately. 34.41 miles in, 10 minutes ago, he said. People commenting cornbread looking good on our last Instagram post. I love it.
Yeah.
He is, man. I love it. Shout out to Easton, man. He's crushing it. I think I saw somebody comment about Easton on one of our last lives. Jason Elmer looking good. I think this is Tiana right here. Owens, bib 81. Let's look up her. The 12-hour event.
12-hour.
Yeah, I think it's Tiana. Bib 81. Should be. Tyler Kelly right there in the barbell shirt just came through. He's like climbing the ladder in the 24.
Tiana's in 6th place.
That's the 81 bib, right?
Yep. And she has.
I may not show their
showing
laps. Sixth place though. Yeah, she's been super consistent. Got Chad about to come back through. Looks like he's getting up with Cornbread and Blake. Chad spoke last night, was awesome. I think Chad's had about 5 shirt changes today already. Back on the podcast.
Probably my favorite right now, though.
Oh yeah, this one's sweet. It's the rabbit like tee right there. Look at the 3 of 7 boys coming through.
The Cornbread, did he have a goal in mind that he's
I
trying to
think
get?
he mentioned wanting to go 50 miles. What's he at?
Let's look.
We can't give away his real name on here. Just Cornbread. It's all the people are gonna get. I didn't know his real name until I registered him for the race. You remember it?
I might have you look him up.
Here.
Nope.
He's doing the 12 hour.
Right?
Huh?
He's doing the 12, right?
Yeah, 12 hour. Can you search? Right there. Yeah. See how many laps he's knocked out. See how many miles that is. I know he took a pretty
You might have to
decent.
look on your computer because it's not.
Oh, it's not showing on mine either. The 12 hours still needs to update. That's right. Yeah, I don't know what he's.
He's 23rd out of 32 right now.
Nice. They need to update. I think he took a pretty good little break for a little bit. So we'll see. This guy right here in the barbell shirt and the pink shorts, he's been moving pretty well too, it seems. 76. I think he's doing the 24. Bib 76. Look him up.
Zachary. He's done.
Oh, he's moving, man.
103.
Not bad at all. Moving and grooving. Jerry looking a little somber. Face looking a little depleted, but
Jerry has done 87 laps.
Jerry grinds it out every year, man. He really does. Here's our second place 12 hour. Jen Metcalf right here. Looking good. Hair is still in place, folks.
Oh, yeah.
Love it. Let's see. What team is this right here? 146. That's one of the relay teams.
Oh, we had an update.
Oh, do we?
Yep.
Uh-oh. Who's in first?
Jen is 168.
All right. 168. And he's still in first?
Yep.
All right. Jim's at 52.08 miles. First place.
And Billy's at 163. So it looks like Billy might have taken a little break here.
Yeah. Billy's at 50.5 miles and Jim's at 52.
Let's see where Abby's at.
So 2 miles between first and second right now. That's crazy.
Abby's at 157 laps.
Gosh, she's cruising too.
She's almost at that.
157 times 0.31.
Yep.
Yeah, she's at 48.6, so she's about to hit that 50-mile mark. I think she mentioned something about a break at 50 miles.
Yeah.
Maybe. So we'll see when she comes through here in the next couple minutes. If she does, we'll know if that was accurate or not. Man, can we give a shout out also to Central Kentucky Race Management? Greg
Yeah,
Milby
they've
and
been
his
awesome.
team, they're amazing. It's like if you guys ever want to put a race on and you're in the Kentucky area, Greg Milby with Central Kentucky Race Management, they just absolutely freaking knock it out of the park. Amazing. They set up. I mean, they've done our event every year, and at this point, it's pretty much like muscle memory for them. They know, they set up. They play music the whole time. If we need them to adjust, they do it. No hesitation. They're constantly communicating with us. I mean, just amazing. So a huge shout out to Central Kentucky Race Management. Big thank you to them. Got a little bit of smiles coming through here from these folks. Not bad. Seriously, I mean, there's Abby, our leader, so she should be closing in on the 50-mile mark. Leslie Duke logging some miles. Looking good on cruise control right now. Bob Summers, we said he was 77, yeah.
77.
Legend, man. Hey, stay in motion if you want to stay in motion. Prime example of that. All right, we got Brandon and Autumn Neal coming around the corner, walking. But one thing they do really good is they typically are constantly moving.
Yeah.
Like they'll sit down when they need to, but they're always moving. So good tactic. Maybe a little bit of a low right now, but look at hey, there's the smile. There we go. That's what we want to see. Those two are great, man. Love them. Great people. Here's Wade sharing some miles with Dylan. Man, Wade has really turned a corner here, man.
He's looking good.
Looking good. He may win this dang thing, man. You just never know.
He did 65 last year, and I know he had the goal of at least 80 this year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If he keeps moving like that, man, if he gets that low out of the way and keeps moving, he'll be all
I
right.
think last update he was at 108 laps. Let's look here.
Oh, yeah, we got to update now. Let's check him and let's check Scott, too, after that. There's Patrick looking good.
Wade's at 109.
109, okay.
So he is
A little over 50K, maybe.
about
33?
Yep.
Okay. Shoot, we're not even halfway through, man. He's already over half or about halfway through last year. So if he just keeps moving, the big breaks is what kills people. Understandably, though.
You want Scott's update?
Yeah, Scott.
He is 149.
149. So that's 46 miles. Pretty good. There's Miss Ava Wynn and Blakely Wright.
Yeah, earlier I was sitting down.
Oh, yeah, this is a funny story, actually. This was like first thing today, right?
First thing, before even the race even started. And I was sitting down talking on the phone, and all of a sudden I feel something hard hit me. And I thought a bird might have pooped in my bag. And I look up, didn't see anything. And I look up again, and I see 3 little kiddos smiling and laughing. They're throwing Swedish fish
Hilarious.
at the back of my head.
It was Ava and the Wright girls, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Wing kids and the Wright kids.
Yep.
So funny.
We gotta work on their aim a little.
What were they
bit.
throwing? Also, weren't they throwing other
Swedish fish, Skittles, and then they had the idea to go into the suites and get some paper towels and wet them down.
Oh my gosh!
Try to throw them at me.
Can't have a moment to yourself, man.
Nope. I even played musical chairs trying to move out of their way, and then they just kept following me.
Oh my gosh! It's hilarious.
Parker's back on course.
Who?
Parker 116.
Oh, Benton. Yeah, Benton Estes.
We might need to go check with the race director just to see.
Yeah, I think he's keeping tabs. We'll definitely check after we finish up because I want to make sure he's because they've had to do it to like 4 people. They said that a lot of times, like if bibs get wet from which in this case it's just sweat, and a lot of people are dumping water on themselves though too in the ice, and they can rub the chip off. There's Jim Wynn looking good. It can sometimes.
Speaking of a man that sweats.
Yeah, Jim Wynn, that dude. He hydrates well though. Here's Billy right here going into the cutoff, showing the guns. All right, looking good. That's our second place. Him and Jim are just a couple laps apart. Man, it still is crazy about Mark Joe dropping, huh?
Yeah.
But, I also, respect to him, man, because it's hard. Like, you get to a place sometimes you try to just get through it, and you're just like, it's just not my day, man. You know, it's like.
He knows what he did last year, and it's hard to,
Yeah.
If you feel like, hey, I just can't be last year, you play that mental battle with yourself, like.
Right. Right. Man, it's so cool though when you see people who weren't together at all, and now Tyler Kelly right there in the white barbell shirt, and then Jerry Adams in the Nike shirt there. I haven't seen them really interact much today, and now they're sharing laps together and talking.
Yep.
They may have known each other before, but if not, now they do. It's pretty cool, man. That's what I was saying to Chad when him and I were talking earlier. Was you have people that you could have literally the first place person and the last place person share miles together and being able to talk multiple times throughout the race. Here's Rob Apple. Going to get his phone out, take some pictures maybe.
We got Cornbread coming through.
Oh, no pictures this time. Yeah, there's Cornbread crushing it. Looking good, moving strong.
There's my boy Wade.
Big Wade Weatherholt. Goofy.
got 79 and 80 having date night at Hot Rod Aldridge Stadium.
Ooh, can't beat that, man.
Nope.
Man, I'm anxious to see. Like, I haven't felt what it feels like to run out on this course in a long time.
Yeah, brought back some memories when I started running earlier.
Yeah, when I logged some miles later, I'm like, I didn't run any. I don't think I really ran at night last year. Last year I did like when the sun was setting some. I think nighttime will be a little more interesting for me. We'll see. But Jim's looking good coming through here again. Benton looking good, still moving the feet. Leslie Duke looking good, moving the feet, getting some cheers. Looks like Liv Wyrick, maybe a little outfit change and fueled up a little bit. Francesca still grooving. Brandon and Autumn looking good. We got, let's find his name, 150. He was our first one to check in. I think he's doing the 24 hours too, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. He might be doing, maybe he's doing 12. Look under 12 and see if we can find him. Marco's crushing it out there.
He is doing the 12.
12. What's his name? Oh, Claudio. Okay. Yeah, he did it, I think, last year. He came from Florida, so he came from a ways away, man. Glenn Richardson here, crushing it. Jason Ulmer coming around the corner here now. Yeah, Jason's story is awesome. Chad talked about him a little bit. The kidney donor athlete, pretty self-explanatory there, but yeah, just an awesome, selfless man. It's definitely like quieted down a little bit from the last time. Not as lively, not as many smiles. You get some here and there, but that's where people are really starting to go through that. They're hitting that 50K mark. A lot of people, they're getting close to that 50K mark or marathon mark, and then you got people that now are tickling 50 or have hit 50 miles. So it's going to be interesting from here for sure. And shout out to this guy. He's about to come through here in the gray shirt on the far left of the screen there, and the black hat, blue shorts. Kinsley, I believe is his name, Kinsley Dill. He came from Alabama, and he was a last-minute sign-up. He said he had been thinking about it and got with his wife and pulled the trigger last second on signing up and made the trip last night. Got in late, got stuck in some Nashville traffic, and now he's out here running. So, beast. There's Matt running through there. Got the ultra shuffle going on here. Always love to see it. Christine still hammering on. Abby, got to be close to 50 miles at this point. She may have already passed it.
She is on lap 158. That's the last update.
Okay. Jim coming through again. He just hasn't turned it off, man. That's the thing about these repetitive races. Like you just have to get in a mindset where you're like, I'm just gonna go and turn my brain off, and then just see what I can do. And that's one of the best things. Like one of the best feelings ever is like your brain being shut off and you're just going. Like my last race, when I had that through the first 40 miles, pretty much.
Wade giving us a USA too. He's looking good.
Yeah, Wade he's running now.
He's running.
So he might be doing his run one, walk one method right now. We need to pay attention and see. Here's Billy Hinkle coming through. Looking good. Sitting in second place.
Wade creeping up that leaderboard.
Is he?
Yeah.
Has our 12 hours updated yet or no?
Nope, still no update on that.
Not yet. All right.
might need to run down there and ask them to
Yeah.
update it real quick.
You gonna go down there? Benton looking good coming through. Great music selection today, though. I will give it up to Greg Milby for that. Got a big group coming through here. 3 of 7 crew. Cornbread still rolling. Chad and Blake gonna pop a squat for a minute. Kyle's going to check on the 12-hour update runners. We haven't got an update in a little bit, so going to check and see how that's looking. Yeah, Jim's looking good. Billy's looking good. Abby, all of our 24-hour people are crushing it. You got Blake getting back out there on the course. Looking good. Kinsley coming through here. Team Curbside getting back up to log some miles over here now. Are you the win on the run? Blakely Wright on the run here. Here comes Glenn Richardson coming through. Eric Hines, bib number 69 coming through. Looking good, moving good. Leslie Duke, bib 117. We got Bob Summers, Jason Elmer, Patrick Folker coming through here. All moving, looking good. And, of course, our leader, Jim Wynn. Jim is about 54 miles in at this point. 53 to 54 miles in right now. Just looking automatic. Absolutely automatic. Can't be stopped. So, again, last year's winner, Mark Joe, has dropped from the race about an hour ago, right when we were starting the stream. So, yeah, right about an hour ago, Mark came up and said that he was going to drop out. Just wasn't his day. Almost everybody's experienced that, and he's grateful that he came out again. He was able to push himself. He went about 117 laps, I believe. So he got to like 36 miles, I think is what it was, actually. So still put out a really solid effort, and just decided to call it and head home and be there. So we got a big group of runners coming through here. We got Scott, bib number 9. He is, I believe, our 5th place or 4th place 24-hour runner overall. And Francesca came through. She's our 12-hour leader right now. So you can see it's a pretty cool setup here. Like, there's plenty of room for spectators and still plenty of room for the runners. Kind of narrows up a little bit, but plenty of room to pass. And we just always reiterate for the slower traffic to kind of stay right so we can allow our runners or faster walkers to go over on the left side of the lane. So definitely makes it easier for us. So behind me here, you can't see it, but everything you see back here and on this side by the scoreboard back there, runners are going all the way around front here where we have this camera facing, and they go past this, and they go all the way around the back side and do a full loop that's 0.31 miles. So it's super unique. And we got Autumn. You'll come through with the flag. Fired up, Autumn. How cool is that? Moving and grooving. We got Josh Crass coming through here, looking good. Got Emily Blaine coming through here, running the 24-hour. Looking good. I think she was maybe our 2nd or 3rd female overall. Gabby Madison coming through, cooling down with the popsicle. People still moving and grooving. Bib number 22 here. I have to look him up. He mentioned him in the first stream, but he has a 3-week-old kid, and him and his wife, they travel for this, and really grateful they made the trip. Super cool of them. There's Wade coming through, giving us a head nod, feeling good, looking good, locking in. Just crushing it. Patrick Folker coming through on the Runner's Lounge relay team, the Lounge Lizards. Leslie Duke logging some miles. Coming through, big smiles. Big group of people here. Jim Wynn, your leader right there. Had a lot of bucket hat outs earlier, but now we're starting to lose them. Chad taking back off, got the water bottle in hand. Looking good. I'm not sure how many miles Chad's at today, but he has been logging quite a few miles, so anxious to see what he's at. He's been tracking on his watch, I believe. I'd say he's probably close to 50K if he hasn't hit that yet, though. Billy Hinkle, our second place right here in the cutoff. And our first place female, Abby Murphy. Haven't seen her come through in a minute, but she may be at an aid station. Rob Apple here. Got Tim Clark right here on my right in the white 29029 shirt. Got a relay runner coming through here, Matt, Mr. Matt. Got Liv Wyrick coming through here, still hammering on. Great job. There's Abby Murphy, our 24-hour leader. Looks like she may take a little bit of a break. So we had kind of thought earlier she may take a break when she hit the 50-mile mark, and it looks like she might. We got Autumn coming through with the flag behind Cornbread here. Looking good. Francesca, our 12-hour leader right here. And then Team Curbside coming up here, bib number 147. Looking good. But yeah, it looks like Abby may go upstairs and take a little bit of a break. Looks like she's going to go up to one of the suites and take a rest. So she has a pretty sizable gap on second place right now, though. So we'll see. We'll see. Bob Summers, our 77-year-old entrant there. He is no stranger to multi-day events. He does a lot of 2 to 4 to 5 day events. A lot of those happen in Florida. I know they do a lot of those like on the coast, but he loves it, man. He loves doing the long efforts like this. So having him, I believe this might be his first time out at the Hot Rod Ultra. So excited to have him go for 24 hours. And Kyle just got back. We may have an update. Update on the 12-hour here. We get it fixed.
Yeah, so the issue, Francesca, her bib stopped working, so she was
There you go.
she was, killing it. She had 130 laps in when her bib stopped working, like 7 hours in. So she's got 40 more on that. So she's like 100.
So they're able to keep track with them all then.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So she's like 170 some laps in currently right now.
Oh my gosh, dude. She would be right. She'd be like leading the 24-hour event.
So Jim right now, just put it in perspective, he's 172 laps in.
Francesca's 177.
Let's see where she's at.
Last year, I mean, she went like 69 miles last year, I think.
Yeah.
In the 12-hour. Yeah, she's automatic, man. I wish so bad she would do the 24-hour.
So she did 151 when her bib stopped working. And then on her other bib, she's done 25. So 176.
Wow. So she's at what, 50?
It's like 55 miles in.
Wow, 55 miles in. And so we got about 2.5 hours until the 12-hour runners complete. We do have some nighttime runners, so I'm just looking out for them if they come to check in. I don't think we have too many, but we do have some. Second place, Billy Hinkle, Autumn Neal coming through, looking strong right now. We got a relay team 148. Not sure exactly who that is. Blake and Chad heading back out for some mileage here. Pushing themselves a little bit. Got Dylan over there in the firefighter relay team.
Currently, standings for 24 hours. Jim is in first. Benton Estes is in second.
Oh, okay. So Benton's climbing back up.
And then William Hinkle is.
That's Billy. Billy Hinkle, yeah.
In third.
Yeah. Oh, did you do the math on Benton's?
Yeah.
Benton's bibs? Yeah, so if you're tracking online, it's not going to look total. It's not going to portray totally accurate because some runners, like I said, they have had bib issues. Maybe their chip from the sweat or from water has rubbed off. So they've had to get them a second bib. So a lot of these runners, it may look like they haven't been moving, but they actually have been and they have a second bib. So I think they've been naming them their name and then two. So, for example, Benton Estes, he has Benton Estes and then there's Benton Estes 2. Emily Blaine coming through. She's doing really good in the 24-hour female division right now. And then Jim Wynn, our overall leader, right there in the white coming through.
Which, now that I'm thinking, I'm kind of putting two and two together. So Benton, I believe his brother, I coach him in my fiance's boot camp class.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So I'm curious. After we're done with this live stream, I'll go up to him and I'm going to ask him.
Yeah.
His brother.
That's
His brother's
awesome.
actually a Move Well client. He works for Paducah Bank.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Chad heading back out for some miles. Yeah, I think this is kind of like that evening, like low maybe, and then you get the nighttime, you get kind of excited, and then you get kind of excited, and then you kind of have that midnight to 1 a.m. low again. So we'll see. Autumn coming through with the flag again. There's Benton Estes, second place bib with his new bib 116. Got a relay member coming in here. I believe he's on Brent Sanford's relay team. They have been for the last little bit. We got Kinsley coming through here, looking good. Cornbread coming through, drinking his hoist, looking good. Then who is this guy right here? I don't know what bib that is. I can't tell for sure. But he's looked pretty good for the most part throughout the day. Yeah, I'm also interested to see, like, a lot of times when you do these 24-hour events, like 100-mile events, a lot of times sleep becomes a factor too. So a combination of did they get any sleep last night, and then how the heat's impacted them today. Obviously, it's going to wear them down a little bit.
Yep.
So just seeing how they're going to handle that, how they're going to be.
What's this here?
Uh-oh.
I didn't know Tori knew how to run.
Tori Rowley can run?
What?
Oh, my goodness. Wade must have talked her into it. Man, it's contagious out here. Love it. Bib number 67, bib number 42, bib 93. Who's number 42? We haven't really done an update
No, we
on
haven't
him.
done.
Let's see who 42 is.
Let's see here. 42. His name is John Robert. And he has done 86 laps.
86. Nice. Okay, so he's moving
Oh.
fairly well. Big group of people coming through here.
Which I'm curious. I wonder if his bib stopped working too.
Could have.
I don't know. Left update.
All right, so I wonder, Shirley, I don't know if Abby is done. Looks like she may have, she's got too much left in the tank, I can tell. There's no way she's done. She's, talking and looking good. I bet she's just resting for a little bit. Man, my eyes are starting to really dry out. I throw the glasses on. Hopefully I can log some miles first before I do all that.
How many miles do you think Chad's logged today?
I'd say he's close to 50K now.
Think so?
Surely, yeah, because he's done a lot of stop and go. He was on the podcast for about 30, 40 minutes, or on the live stream, I should say. Leslie coming through here. I wonder, let's see where Leslie is. She just started at 5.
She was, when I was down there talking, she was at 10 laps in, so she's probably about 13, 14 in now.
Okay, sweet. She's moving pretty good then.
Yeah, she got over.
Couple miles
5K
in. Yeah. I think she's going to go off and on for the next couple hours, so that'll be good to. It's always nice too whenever the people who the volunteers, people who put this together, are able to log some miles. So he's been doing some running math on his phone.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, that's what's funny about this race is whenever we do when we do this run, whenever people track their mileage, they're tracked based on their laps. So they have to do the math in their head, or not in their head, on their phone. If they've done 180 laps or whatever it is, you have to multiply however many laps you've done by 0.31.
Yep.
And then at that point, they can figure out how many miles they ran. So just for reference, right now, our winner, I believe, is at what? 50, or our first place is at 52-ish miles, something like that.
Yep.
You want to hit the button on that camera and see if we can get ours back up. So yeah, you kind of have to do some math to see. There we go. These cameras are holding up pretty well for us today so far. We're usually getting about an hour and a half out of each of them, charging them up in between each stream. So thanks for tuning in if you guys are watching right now. If there's anybody you want to update on, let us know. We can show you. So we can help you if you have a question. He's in second right now. Second, yeah. Yeah, of course. So we got somebody requesting placement for Benton Estes. So he is in second place. So he's got some family coming to check it out. And it's a tight race right now. So very, very tight. Bunch of runners coming through, man. I'm impressed by how many people are out on their feet right now.
39. I don't know if we talked that much on him.
39. Yeah, let's look him up. See, there's Marcos Gomez, 7 bib coming through. He's third place, 12-hour, I believe. So Jim Wynn just saw some people he knows. Nice morale boost.
Bib 39 is Austin, and he's 130 laps in. He's
Nice. Wow, he's moving really well. Nice. So it looks like camera 1 is out of commission right now. So we'll I'm going to try to turn that camera off and back on and see if that does anything. All right. Let's check these runners out for a couple more minutes, and then we're going to probably close out the second live stream. And then we probably will be, after the 12 hours finish, we'll give an update on our winners for the 12 hour. And right now, our leader in the 12 hour is walking through, bib 118. Francesca getting some blood flow going, getting some big, deep breaths. She can keep on rolling here. So she's going to try to close it out and secure the win for, I believe, it'll be her 4th year in a row of the 12-hour overall. So,
Crazy.
and I forget we have a WKU game day today. I don't know what time they kicked off. Let's look that up and see.
Updates here.
Yeah, so WKU played a home today. WKU football team, Western Kentucky University here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. So I'm not sure. Kyle's going to look up and see who they played and what time kickoff was. I'm not sure if it was an afternoon game or a morning game or evening game. So I see a tailgater rolling in here, so it made me think of it. Gabby Madison coming through. I believe she's doing the 24-hour.
Yeah, 6 p.m. kickoff.
Oh, 6 o'clock kickoff. All right, so we got some spectators coming to check it out before they head to tailgate.
Yep.
Cool. When was the last update on any placements? There's probably just that couple minutes ago, right? Patrick Folker coming through.
Yeah.
So let's give one last recap where we're at for the 24-hour.
We got Jim Wynn,
Billy Hinkle.
172 laps completed. Billy Hinkle, which I believe he's in 3rd.
Yeah, or no, he's second on here. Anyway.
On here,
That's right.
but-
Benton Estes is in second. Yeah.
He's got 167. Let's see what Benton.
Benton should be 170 something.
Benton is 128 plus.
Benton got a new bib, so.
$169.
Okay. So he's first, second, third in the male category is close. And Abby Murphy is our 3rd overall 24-hour. And she's taking a break right now, it seems. She has done 161 laps.
50 miles, like you said.
Yeah, 50 miles. And then second place female, Gabby Madison, looking good. She's done 142 laps. So depending on how long Abby takes her break, Gabby's going to put up, she's going to close that gap a little bit. So I'm excited to see how that goes. So again, Jim wins first place male and first place overall in the 24-hour. Benton Estes, second place male and second place overall. Abby Murphy is 3rd place overall and first place female. Scott Carrison, 4th place overall. Gabby Madison is 2nd place female. So, and then 12-hour Francesca is leading the pack. I think she's a decent ways away ahead. I believe Jen Metcalf may have that 2nd place position right now overall, and the Marcos Gomez 3rd place overall. So women are leading the pack in the 12-hour. Interesting. Kevin and I were saying this is the year of the female. I'm so freaking glad. That is so cool. So definitely want to shout out to the women out here crushing some miles, everybody. But this is like our first year of like a big female presence, man. It is so cool to see. We got Chad sharing some miles with Marco, our 3rd place 12-hour right now. I think we're going to wrap up the stream here for stream number 2. Next time we check in, it will probably be after 8 o'clock, after we close out our 12-hour, and we'll give you an update on our 12-hour winners. But you can follow us on Instagram at MoveWell, MUUVWELL, and we'll give some updates on placements there as well. And then we'll hop back on the live stream later this evening, give some more updates, and then we got people hyped up now. And then we'll check back in probably in the wee hours, probably around the 4 or 5 a.m. mark maybe. We'll try and get some shut-eye if we can. So thanks for tuning in, y'all. Give it up for our runners. Go and support them on social media, and we'll check in a little while.
See you guys.